Here we have y, and it's varying inversely as x, and I want to figure out what my inverse variation equation is when y is 10 and x is equal to 2. So the first thing I need to understand whenever I'm trying to set up my equations are what words like inversely mean. It's not just a matter of memorizing a bunch of equations out of the book. You actually have to set up your equations on your own. So I'm going to start over here with the z varies. Okay, a little bit different than the problem that I have, but all the problems have their own variation to them. So we have z varies. Z varies mean we have z is equal to some constant of variation k. And if you notice, all of my equations, z equals k, z equals k, z is equal to k in the numerator, and then z is equal to that k in the numerator also. So z varies, so z is equal to k. So in my problem that I'm working on, I have y varies. So y is equal to k. Now, I need to know what the word inversely means. So let's go through all of our vocabulary on the left-hand side here with z. So the first one, it says z varies directly. Well, z is equal to k, and then it's varying directly as y, which means where y is directly changing the variable z. So we're going to multiply times y. So directly, we're multiplying by one variable. Jointly means two variables are working jointly, they're working together to affect the variable z. So in this case, we have our variables x and y working together to affect z. Number three, we have inversely. Inverse, or the opposite. What is the opposite of multiplication? Because so far we're only talking about multiplication. The inverse of multiplication is division. So we're working inversely as w. So if you see directly or jointly, we know we're multiplying. If we see inversely, we know we're dividing. And then combined variation means we're combining the two together. So either direct variation, inverse variation, or joint variation and inverse variation. We're combining multiplication with addition. So back to my original problem here, we have y varies inversely as x. So y varies, so y is equal to k. Inversely as x, which means we're going to divide by x. So it's varying inversely, or dividing. Now the first thing I want to do is I want to establish what my constant is. So that's why they give us a set of information so that I can solve for k. So y is equal to k over x, and then I'm going to plug in my variables. So we have 10 is equal to k divided by 2. Now to solve for k, I'm just going to multiply 2 to the other side. So 20 is equal to k, or k is equal to 20. So now I have my inverse variation equation, which is, and I'm going to bring this equation down here, y is equal to, instead of writing k, I know what k is now, so 20 over x. So my constant of variation is 20, and my inverse variation equation is y equals 20 divided by x.